Love and relationship can be beautiful, but it can also be complex and fragile. If a relationship ends or changes, its effects on people can be very devastating. For most people, this can lead to depression, which is a serious mental illness that affects millions of people all over the world. Depression can be caused by combination of factors from genetics to brain chemistry to life experiences. The symptoms of depression can be um, persistent sadness, loss of interest in things once enjoyed, changes in appetite and sleep pattern, uh, feeling of worthlessness or guilt. It can even lead to thoughts of death and suicide. It is a very crucial issue. If you're struggling with depression, know that you're not alone. Know that you're not alone. There are things, there are resources out there to help you. There are medications, therapy, lifestyle changes. And if you feel that you are struggling, that you're gradually moving into depression, reach out for help. And if it's someone that you notice is going through depression, reach out to them. Depression can be hard to talk about, but you need to break that silence and create awareness. I remember then in school, I was being an introvert. It's really very difficult for me to actually communicate with people. And most of the times I'm always indoors. Most of the times I don't really communicate. So when during that time I was gradually going into depression without anyone actually knowing. My family members, once you call them, they will be like, ah, you got this, you got it. That is not what I want to hear at that time. And I felt like I was so pressured, like the pressure was just too much on me, that I can tell you that I went into depression. And it was difficult. It was like times two because I'm an introvert. I don't know how to reach out to people. But there is this person, I don't know if she'll be okay with me calling her name, but she really came to my aid when I really needed her. So I was, in my school, we had a chapel. So I was in the chapel and I was on my daily routine of ranting because I want to believe in my head that I'm actually praying to God, but at that time I was actually ranting, like I was actually complaining, like why not make this easy for me? Why is it so difficult? Why am I finding it very hard? Why is it like I'm always complaining, always like I'm always doubting myself. So at that particular day, on one of my normal rants, I started crying and I didn't even know that someone, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I didn't even know that someone was actually looking at me, like one of the students were actually looking at me. They were admiring me instead. So when I came out from the chapel, she just stretched her hands and I didn't know who she was. And it's not something that was that I was used to. So when she stretched her arms and was like, I should bring it in, she hugged me and kept on saying the words that I needed to hear. She was telling me that we all went through this. When I came in, I didn't know I was going to be able to do it. It is hard. But one thing I can tell you for sure is pray, believe in yourself, and read. Because then it was we were about to write PTS. For those in nursing school, they know what that means. And for those that don't know, PTS is more like an introductory exam that you write. If you pass, you are a full-time student, and if you don't, you go back to your father's house. So the pressure was just too much on me. Like a lot was going through this my small head. I think I'm there. So having her telling me that she wants to exam, that what she did was believing herself, and I was doubting myself. so much. People that know me know how hard it was for me. Like when the result came out, I showed my mom. My mom was so happy, and I was so proud of myself for putting such joy on her face. My sister actually said only that she didn't really expect such results. She expected that yes, I will pass the PCS, but the results she didn't expect it. So what and why am I sharing this story? I am sharing this story for you out there. You can actually reach out. When you notice someone is struggling, you don't wait for them to say, please help me, I'm going through depression. Reach out to them. This nurse did that for me, and I was so happy that I was able to return the favor. When one of them, the midwifery, I was then in, I think we were writing promotion to a year three, and then there is this new PTS intake. So she came beside the chapel. I felt like this was my chance to return this favor to somebody. So she was beside the chapel. She was not inside the chapel. She was just beside the chapel. She closed her book and was just crying. I could see tears like dropping on her book. I was in the church because the church and the chapel they were very close. So there is a pavement between the two. So she was sitting on the pavement and was crying. I don't know why this is how I'm sharing, but I just have to share it. Somebody, even if there's one person that can benefit from it, I'm good. So she was by the pavement, and I was reading, and I was walking when I was reading to the pavement. So I noticed. So I thought she was sleeping. Because when I saw droplets of tears, I don't know what they are calling it, on her boot, that's when I realized that this girl was actually crying. I don't need a social system because it was just us, the year twos writing promotion to year three, and then the PTS that had exam as in close by. So I definitely knew she was a PTS student. So I just closed my book and I kept it by her side and sat down. I just waited for her to finish crying. So she was crying. I remember the words that I don't know. I don't want to call her name because I remember the words that nurse said to me. It really helped me at that time. I just kept on telling her the same words, that if I can be here about to write promotion to year three, you can do it. All you need to do is believe yourself. All you need to do is to believe you can actually do this. So she was just crying. I don't know what else to do but my words of encouragement. When she was done, she hugged me, and I felt so good that I was able to help her. So when she hugged me, I patted her and told her to go inside that chapel and talk to the Supreme Being. So when she went to the chapel, I received a call from my classmate saying that the HOD wanted to meet us. So I had to, like, I don't want to interrupt her communication with her Babana, with her Almighty. So I had to just take my book and go meet the HOD in her office. By the time I could come back, the girl wasn't really, she was not there. Wasn't able to see her. But it's a small school. Later on, I was in the church and someone was just perceiving me, like smelling me. I found that very uncomfortable. Like, why would you be doing that? But the mass was going on. I didn't want to interrupt it. So after the mass, she was like, I smell familiar, that there is this nurse that encouraged that time that we were writing, that we were about to write PTS, that she couldn't recognize my face then, but she knows my smell. I was like, yes, I'm the one, that one, that one, that one. She told me her name. We just communicated, but I felt so good that my words were able to encourage her, that she passed her PTS. Yes, with flying colors, no receipt, nothing. So, what am I trying to say? In a nutshell, reach out to people. If you notice someone is struggling, reach out to them. Even if you feel like you are not the person that can actually help this person, reach out to the person that can. You can make a difference in someone's life. I don't know if my story inspires anyone, even if there's one person, I am okay. even if it is one. I am very much okay. But we really, depression is real. Depression is very, very real, and we need to be aware of this and spread the love. Love one another, love yourself, and love life. And remember, love conquers all. See you in my next video. Bye.